Hello everyone, in this video I'm going to cover some of the concepts in data warehouse and mining. The concepts I'm going to cover in this video are introduction to ELT, difference between ELT and ETL, introduction to OLAP, types of OLAP. First, introduction to ELT. ELT, the full form of ELT is extraction, load and transformation. ELT is a modern variation of ETL. ELT is usually used with NoSQL databases like Hadoop and some cloud-native data warehouses. Here, in ETL, the data from different data sources is first transformed and then loaded into the data warehouse. Whereas in ELT, the data from different data sources is, is, is copied into the data warehouse and then transformed. Extraction. Extraction is nothing but copying the data from the source system. Loading. Loading means storing the copied data from the source system into the target system. The target system may be a data warehouse or a data lake. Transformation. Transformations are of different kinds. Once the data in the target system Once the data is in the target system, organizations can run whatever transformations they need. Often, organizations will transform raw data in different ways for use with different tools. Differences between ETL and ELT. Load time. It takes significantly longer to get the data from the source system to the target system with ETL. Why? Because when we copy the data from the source system in ETL, we need to transform whole data and only then we will be able to load the data into the target system. Whereas in ELT, whatever data we are getting from the source system is directly stored into the target system, and then based on our requirements, we will be transforming the data. So the load time for ETL is greater than load time of ELT. Transformation time. ELT performs data transformation on demand, whereas in ETL, we need to transform each and every data into a specified data set, and only then we will be loading this data into the target system. Therefore, transformation time in ETL is greater than ELT. Complexity. ETL tools are user-friendly, whereas ELT tools need in-depth knowledge of business tools. Data warehouse support. ETL is a better fit for legacy on-premise data warehouses and structured data. ELT is significant for both unstructured and structured data. ELT is designed for the scalability of the cloud. Maintenance. ETL requires significant maintenance for updating the data in the data warehouse, while ELT data is always available in near real time. Both ETL and ELT processes have their place in today's competitive landscape. To choose which process will deliver the best results in a particular business depends on the uniqueness of the business and strategies the business system based on the business system. OLAP. OLAP means online analytical processing. This is a process used to analyze the data which we get from which we have stored in the data warehouse or a data lake. This is a category of software that allows users to analyze information from multiple database systems at the same time and in different perspectives. Analysts frequently need to group and aggregate data to get the analysis and take the decisions based on this analysis. With OLAP, data can be pre-calculated and pre-aggregated, making analysis faster. OLAP architecture. OLAP architecture in data warehouse is based on multi-dimensional data structure. The data has a form of OLAP cubes, which have a star or snowflake shape of schema. To query the data required, OLAP uses MDX languages. These OLAP cubes, are designed in such a way that creating and viewing the data becomes easy. This is an example of a cube, OLAP cube. Here we are storing the information of a business system. Here we are right on the orange face side of a cube. We will be storing the names of the product, and on the green face side, we will be storing the time required to prepare that cube product. And on the customer side, we'll be storing the customers who buy the product, and we can analyze all the three at once by using an OLAP cube, which is not possible in two-dimensional or an graphical way. OLAP functions. The main features of OLAP are easy to use interface. It supports complex calculations, and it takes less time, provides data view in multi-dimensional manner. Different types of OLAP. We have three main types of OLAP. They are ROLAP, MOLAP, and HOLAP. And there are four other types in OLAP. They are ROLAP, DOLAP, MOLAP, and SOLAP. We will be going through ROLAP, MOLAP, and HOLAP in this video. ROLAP or relational OLAP. ROLAP is an extended RDBMS along with multi-dimensional data mapping to perform the standard relational operation. ROLAP is mainly known for its scalability. We can store more data into ROLAP system. ROLAP servers. ROLAP servers are placed between relational back-end server and client front-end tools. This is the kind of system where users query data from a relational database or from their own local tables. Advantages of ROLAP are ROLAP can handle large amount of data, can be used with data warehouse and OLTP systems. Even though ROLAP is an OLAP server, it can be used on OLTP systems also. Disadvantages of ROLAP: limited SQL functionalities and hard time to maintain aggregate tables. MOLAP or multi-dimensional OLAP. MOLAP uses array-based multi-dimensional storage engines for multi-dimensional views of data. The storage utilization may be low in the dataset if the dataset is sparse, providing high speed of calculations. Therefore, many MOLAP servers use two levels of data storage representation to handle both dense and sparse datasets. Advantages of MOLAP is optimal for slice and dice operations. MOLAP performs better than ROLAP when data is dense. Can perform complex calculations. Disadvantages are difficult to change dimension without reaggregation. As it is a multi-dimensional view, if you want to add any dimension or change any dimension in MOLAP, we need to reaggregate the total data in the server. MOLAP can handle limited amount of data. OLAP or hybrid OLAP. Hybrid OLAP is a combination of both ROLAP and MOLAP. It offers higher scalability of ROLAP and faster computation of MOLAP. CoLab servers allows to store large data volumes of detailed information. Advantages of CoLab are CoLab provide advantages of both MOLAP and ROLAP. That is scalability of ROLAP and faster computation of MOLAP. Provides fast access at all levels of aggregation. The only disadvantage is the architecture of CoLab is complex as it supports both MOLAP and ROLAP. Thank you guys.